All right. Where is he?
Who is it?
Yeah, right there. Come up. Come up.
Oh, that's Hicks.
This is one of the 1975s. Robert Hicks. Okay. All right, John.
Good morning. Good morning. As Hilbert has already stated, back in 1975, when Brenda Slade and myself, we came. I met Brenda at Rock Scotia College, and she was the only person I could get to play tennis over there. So we came on, and when we moved to, when she graduated and we came on to Charlotte, the very first thing I heard about was Hilbert and the Dilworth Tennis Group. So went over there. Hilbert was just so faithful as far as helping everybody. He helped me with mine. He told me, he said, Robert, you just don't have a net game.
He's talking about 1975 now, right?
That's how he plays your
Yeah. You don't have a net game, Robert. I'm gonna help you with your net game. So he did. He worked with me with my net game. And the thing about the Dilworth group was, as Hilbert had already stated, it just brought all the people together. That group has probably done so much for this city as far as relationships, as far as bringing people together. You know what I mean? Race was not a factor. People from all over came together at Dilworth Tennis for fellowship and just enjoyed each other. Now, some people had a problem in the beginning with the rules, because one of the rules were, if you, the Old Testament law, the last will be first and the first will be last. In other words, if you were last coming out on the court, you'd be first on, and the ones coming off would be last going back on. That was a rule some people had a problem with, especially in that they had to pay 50 cents. Because some people, they say, you mean I'm going to pay 50 cents and I'm still not going to be able to play? That's right. You pay 50 cents, we have rules and we have guidelines, and you play with everybody. The problem with that is sometimes you had to play with Hilbert. Or you might even have to play with Curtis. But as it was, one of the guys, a guy came from Washington, D.C., and he was observing some things, and he said, hey, I like this system. He said, I'm going to take this system back to D.C. and implement it.
Professor. He was a professor.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy.
I like this system. I'm going to take it back to D.C. and implement it up there. So he did. He went back to D.C. and saw him sometime later and asked him, how was the group, how was things going? He said, listen, I almost got killed. In other words, nobody could do it.
That's right. I'm not dead yet, so I mean, say that.
Oh, man. And some of the most, some things I really, that stands out in my mind about the group was like, occasionally Hilbert would set up tournaments. And we had this tournament going on, and I was playing this guy, Ernie Cho, okay. And we was playing a Dilworth, and I'm telling you, hey, first set, he just went through me. Second set, somehow or another, I won. Close. We got into the third set, and he started off going through me again, and all at once it started raining.
Rain delay.
And when the rain started, Hilbert had to call over to the Charlotte group to get, to finish the tournament. And we went over and we started playing the tournament there.
Indoors.
The indoor. And that's the one thing I got to think, I'm so thankful for the group. There is a such thing as a zone. I mean, and when you're really in the zone, you're not thinking about nothing but the tennis ball and what you're all about. So we started playing over there, and it was raining. You could hear the rain hitting the tin rooftop, and all at once, you know what I mean? I'm winning, and things got to be so quiet. And I stopped and looked around, and everybody was just, and that broke it. I was still able to pull it out, but, it was a point really where, hey, you really have to concentrate. And I'm thankful to Hilbert in the group, for that, And Brenda Slade, was, she was playing with the Dumont Circle group. And she and her partner, I don't remember who her partner were, but they won down in Columbia, South Carolina, from Columbia to Alabama. And she was the only black. No other black but Brenda. And but they was able to pull it out. And the one thing I'm just so grateful about this group and to this group is that I was always taught that, hey, anybody that's 10, 15, 20 years older than you are, you listen to them because they've been around the mountain a few more times than you. And I took that. And when I came to this group, I saw guys 70, like Kojak, 70, 80, 90 years of age, still playing tennis, senior games. Russell Harris and I, who used to battle like cats and dogs, and there are others, like Charlie right there, and his wife, These people been playing tennis for a while. And, don't forget Chris.
No, they won't forget me.
Chris has been hitting the tennis ball for a long, long, long time.
Yep.
And the point is this, that we can, you can learn so much from older people. I love older people. Matter of fact, I got a guy that's 97 years old up in Winston-Salem. I go and sit down, I get real close to him because his voice is so low, he's barely whispering. And I can't hear him unless I get close to him. But I learn so much from him, and I get so much from him. And the point is that tennis, the exercise part, along with taking care of yourself physically, these are things I've learned from Hilbert and this particular group. With that, I just want to say thank you, and I wish everybody
Very good.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, Hilbert. Thank all of you. God bless you.
That's what she's up here for. To help me get up.
That's the reason.
I want you all to know one thing. This young lady sitting next to me was an ambulance driver during World War II in London, and she was in the Royal Navy, and she learned all the dirty words. And all during the Blitz, when the Germans were firing rockets at London, she was on the streets with the ambulances picking up the injured. And she's one of the few people that you'll meet here that was introduced to the Queen. And she deserves a tremendous round of applause.
Well, thank you.
Now,
Small accolades.
You got a lot of people here that are new. Incidentally, I forgot to mention,